everyone, thanks for tuning in. Welcome to Talk of the Town, the Mount Airy Business and Leadership Interview Series. I'm Donnamarie Needle, real estate agent with Northrop Realty and sponsor at parkbench.com, Mount Airy. It's a hyper-local website focused on shopping local, buying local, eating local, basically everything local. And I'm here today with Joe and Leah Offutt, owners of Tristar Martial Arts Academy, located right in the heart of our historic Mount Airy downtown district at 202 Center Street. Welcome, Joe and Leah.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much for joining our new Talk of the Town series.
Sure.
So let's go ahead and dive right into and let our viewers know what Tristar is all about. Perfect.
Sure.
Awesome. So describe your business for us and who you serve and how long you have been serving the Mount Airy community.
Absolutely. So we opened about 12 years ago here in Mount Airy. We started out in the little building in the parking lot of the Upper Deck Sports Bar and Grill, the little building back there. We rented that for about our first year. We teach martial arts to students anywhere ages 4 all the way up to, I guess, our oldest student's probably in his mid-60s. But we teach a self-defense martial art that basically prepares students to protect themselves if a bully or a stranger were accost them. All the things that we teach are to help them defend themselves and the people they care about, not just physically, but also mentally and emotionally. And our students walk away with a lot of really good life lessons, not just how to defend themselves, but also what perseverance is or how to improve their focus and self-discipline. So things like that. So I've been the chief instructor here for 12 years. I opened the dojo. And we actually purchased the dojo 3 years ago from the previous owner that I worked for.
Awesome. So just to interject about dojo, I know that you referenced that in your messages to me. So tell me exactly what that means.
Yeah, I'm glad you asked. So I sometimes take for granted doing this for so long that people know what that is. But a dojo actually is just a Japanese word to describe a martial arts school. It actually means place of the way. Very out there, right? But it just means a place to learn martial arts, a martial arts school.
Okay, well, that's good to know.
Sure.
I needed to know the lingo for sure.
Absolutely.
So you already said that you have ages of students that go all the way from, younger children to 60. So that kind of answers the next question I was going to ask. But who is the person who's typically attracted to martial arts and what you have to offer?
I would say here in Mount Airy for us, the people that are most attracted to us are parents for their children. So whether they see their child struggling at school with focus or maybe confidence issues, or students that really don't enjoy the typical sports that kids get involved in, like ball games and things, a lot of times what we offer fits exactly what they're looking for. They want their kid to be physically active, improve their focus, their confidence and self-discipline, but like the regular sports world doesn't offer to them what they're hoping for. And so this is a great environment to cater to a kid that may not be your typical athletic kid, but they still get some physical exercise and activity, and we build their confidence and focus. So I would say we cater mostly probably to mom and dad looking for their children to get involved.
Completely understand that. Because not every kid wants to play football or
Sure.
Or any other type of sport, whether they be a boy or a girl, and they just need something to keep them physically active, right? So
Absolutely.
That's awesome that you're able to offer that. And also kind of going back to the first question I asked you, kind of lean towards talking about helping kids mentally. prepare for, and I'm kind of assuming that means that you're kind of helping them deal with a bully or bullying situations or any kind of situations that are uncomfortable, not just physically defending themselves, but defending themselves verbally as well.
Absolutely. We discuss how to appear confident and what that means. So I've actually, walked in class to show them what somebody without confidence looks like, walking down the hallway at school with their head down and kind of talking quiet. And, if a bully grabs them or is bothering them, how speaking softly and looking away doesn't necessarily help the situation. So we talk about, making eye contact with people and projecting your voice and getting your hands up in a way that you can still defend yourself, but I'm showing that I want you to stop, right? Instead of getting here where I look very aggressive and I want to fight. This is like our typical ready stance, like hands up and open. Hey, back off, leave me alone. We talk a lot about how to act with confidence, which helps them understand like how to get through a situation without turning it into a physical thing.
That's awesome, because I think for kids that aren't involved in sports, or they're not, like you said, the typical kid, they're the ones who are most likely to be shy. Yes. And need that confidence building. So that's awesome. So what do you guys feel is the most rewarding part of being a martial arts instructor and running your own business?
Oh, I have to say that when I got the opportunity to start my own martial arts school, the thing that I love the most is just the community that is formed here. Everybody is so positive and supportive of each other. We don't teach a martial art where we're competing against one another to win. So our, Tristar martial arts, what we have here is everybody's positive, everybody's upbeat, everybody's energized for class, wants to be here and cheers each other on. So there is really no loser here. We're always pushing each other to do our best. And I have to say, that's what I love most about being here is, I used to be a school teacher and I love teaching. And so was my wife, and we love teaching people. But there's something to be said about teaching people that really want to learn what you're teaching. And we have that here. And it's an awesome thing to see light bulb moments going off for people when they learn something that they were struggling to learn, or anything like that. Or just to see your students, we see our students on Facebook and they didn't know each other before they came to Tristar, and now they're going on vacation with each other and things like that. So it's really a cool thing that we see.
Or even to watch the students who came in at the age of 4 and now they're getting ready to graduate high school, and to watch, the parents' posts come back on Facebook and see the progression of those pictures, and to watch the child grow in confidence from that shy 4-year-old who hardly spoke a word to now the confidence that that child has grown in is just incredible. It's amazing.
Yeah.
You both seem like you are beaming with excitement from that. And that's a good transition to the fact that, so you were previously teachers.
Yes, ma'am.
So what was the calling that interested you, or what happened that interested you to make the move to such a different career choice or career path?
Yeah, I've always enjoyed martial arts. I started training when I was about 10 years old, on and off through the years. And when our son was about 5 years old, we noticed that when he'd play with his friends, like he was always allowing his friends to choose what they would play. And he didn't speak with a lot of confidence. So I knew what it did for me. And I said, we've got to find a place like that for him. So we found Tristar Martial Arts in Eldersburg. At the time, that was the only location. And as I sat in the audience there, I kept telling my wife, I said, man, I would love to get back involved, in the martial arts. And So when Tristar opened up a location in Westminster near where we live, my wife actually signed me up without me knowing. When my son was old enough to move up to the older classes, he and I actually got to train together, which was a real blessing. It was awesome. So
that's awesome. And then deciding to take on your own martial arts community here in Mount Airy and stop your regular profession. How did that come about?
So I was the last year I taught was a phys ed teacher at West Middle School in Westminster. And I asked the owners of Tristar if they would be interested in coming to West Middle to teach PE classes, maybe just a day of martial arts or whatever. So I got approval through the county for that and for my supervisor and principal. And as the instructors from Tristar were there working with my kids, they got to watch me teach my students. And the owner of Tristar said, would you ever consider leaving this to come work for us? And and I, that kind of began that whole journey. That was around Christmas or the winter break of like 2005. And I started working at Tristar in January of 2006. I finished out the school year and then that was it. And I had asked my wife and son, like, is that okay with you? Because I'm going to be gone at night now to do this. And they said, we'd rather see you doing something you love and happy and see you less than doing something that, maybe you're not so happy every day coming home from school. So that's kind of how that went.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. That's an awesome story. So, so what do you love most about serving the Mount Airy community specifically?
Oh, well, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I think the small town feel, everybody kind of knows everybody and, everybody stays in contact and you feel like family. I think that's the most important part of it is it's that family feeling. Everybody that comes to our dojo comments on the family feeling and we like to keep it that way. So I think that's probably one of the most important pieces for us.
Yeah, we want to be the happiest place that they go to every day. So we call it the Disney dojo effect. We want to have like a Disney dojo, not a playground, but a place where people can come after a rough day at school, work, or whatever, and kind of relieve some stress, but get along with some positive people around them and kind of build them back up. So that's, I have to say, everywhere we go, people, are always happy and we'll talk to them. And
that's awesome.
It's always enjoyable. Yeah.
And what do they say? Don't they say what Disney is the happiest place on earth?
You're exactly
like that, right?
So in the martial arts, some martial arts schools call it the Disney dojo. We try to be the cleanest place in town, the friendliest place in town, and happiest place in town, right?
Well, that's terrific. Well, Joe and Leah, I really appreciate you joining us here today and sharing your information about your dojo. I love that word. Now I learned a new word today. I'm excited. And if you wanted to take a moment to let our audience know how they can find out more information about your practice or your dojo and, how they can get involved or how they can join if they decide to do that.
Sure. So the phone number here at the dojo that they could call at any time is 301-829-9245. Of course, this day and age, most people will get on the internet and look for you. So we have a web page. It's www.tristarmartialartsmountairy.com. So you can take a look at us there. And I'm going to let my wife take over here because she's the one in charge of all that.
We have a Facebook page, Tristar Martial Arts Mount Airy. We have a Instagram page, Tristar Martial Arts Mount Airy. We have a YouTube channel and we have a TikTok account as well, all Tristar Martial Arts Mount Airy.
Well, that's great. You're brave for the TikTok account. I haven't ventured that far yet.
brand new at it. So we don't have much on there, but we are working on it.
Awesome. Well, that's terrific. And again, I want to thank you for joining us. And I want to thank our audience for tuning in today. If you have a business in Mount Airy, if you're a local leader and would like to be featured here on Talk of the Town, reach out to me. Once again, my name is Donnamarie Needle. I'm a real estate agent with Northrop Realty. You can reach me directly at 301-466-3086 or donnamarie@northroprealty.com. And that's about it. If you have any questions also about the real estate market, reach out to me. I'm happy to help. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Donnamarie.